Heaven and Belle Jude Bellingham and bikini-clad girlfriend Ashlyn Castro can't keep hands off each other as they kiss on Superyacht. Scroll down to see what the couple got up to during their getaway. The pair enjoyed a trip with Bellingham ruled out of international duty because of a shoulder issue. The Real Madrid player rushed his partner out to Sardinia, Italy, where they hung out aboard a £1 million superyacht, which can also be hired for £25,000 a week. Bellingham, 22, and Ashlyn shared an embrace as they soaked in the sun on board the yacht. They kissed, and the England star buried his face in Ashlyn's neck before cuddling up together. Ashlyn, 27, sunbathed in her bikini and towel with Bellingham, wearing a bucket hat and red lens sunglasses. The couple have generally kept their romance hush-hush since initially going public in January, but they gave a rare and beautiful insight inside their love for Bellingham's 22nd birthday. They posted a photo of themselves enjoying a dance, while Ashlyn complimented incredible Bellingham. She also named him the best karaoke partner, writing, "Most thoughtful, kind-hearted, hard-working, incredible human I've ever met. You bring so much light into this world." Bellingham began dating the American beauty after exchanging likes on Instagram, and it did not take long for Ashlyn to meet his parents. Ashlyn speaks to his parents Denise, 56, and dad Mark, 49, in Real Madrid's Wags and Family Box during a match against Girona. Ashlyn, who has 600,000 Instagram followers, was said to have previously dated Creed star Michael B. Jordan and was associated with basketball player LaMelo Ball, 23. Bellingham was formerly linked with Dutch beauty Laura Celia Valk. She worked with a number of prominent businesses, including Pretty Little Thing, and also started up her own modeling agency, The Four Models. However, in December 2024, Laura stated that she was single. Bellingham, who joined Real Madrid for £115 million in 2023, is now injured and is missing from England's team for their forthcoming World Cup qualifying ties. Thomas Tuchel's team will face Andorra at Villa Park on September 6th before going to Belgrade to face Serbia on September 9th. Bellingham has missed the start of Real Madrid's season after undergoing a surgery on a shoulder ailment that troubled him throughout previous season. The story of Jude Bellingham and Ashlyn Castro Sardinian Superyacht Getaway is emblematic of the evolving landscape of celebrity culture in the 21st century, where the personal lives of elite athletes and public figures are no longer private domains, but highly curated public narratives. This news piece does more than report on a vacation. It serves as a window into multiple layers of modern society: sports fandom, luxury lifestyle, social media dynamics, and the complex intersection between personal identity and public perception. From a professional standpoint, Bellingham's situation highlights the delicate balance that young athletes must maintain between career commitments and personal well-being. At just 22, he has already achieved extraordinary success, becoming one of the most valuable and influential footballers globally. Yet, his recent shoulder injury and absence from international fixtures illustrate the physical and mental pressures elite athletes endure. The article's coverage of his leisure time during this period, framed through the lens of romance and luxury, reflects the necessity of downtime for recovery, not only physically but also emotionally. In this context, the vacation functions as both a personal reprieve and a strategic act of self-care, a reminder that even the most disciplined professionals need space to recharge and maintain mental resilience amidst global scrutiny. The romantic narrative between Bellingham and Ashlyn is particularly significant because it humanizes a figure often viewed primarily through the lens of athletic achievement. By documenting intimate moments, kisses, embraces, shared birthday celebrations, the media construct a relatable, emotionally resonant image of the star. This humanization extends beyond mere voyeuristic interest. It allows audiences to perceive Bellingham not only as a football phenomenon, but as a young man navigating love, companionship, and personal growth. The deliberate inclusion of Ashlyn's admiration for Bellingham, coupled with her own professional accomplishments, positions their relationship as one of mutual respect and emotional depth, countering stereotypes that celebrity partnerships are superficial or fleeting. Moreover, this story reflects the broader role of social media in contemporary celebrity culture. Bellingham and Castro's initial connection via Instagram demonstrates how personal and public spheres increasingly overlap. Social media platforms are not merely communication tools. They are arenas in which personal identities are negotiated, relationships are validated, and narratives are shaped for mass consumption. The couple's online presence reinforces their brand visibility, creates parasocial relationships with fans, and sets a precedent for how modern celebrities engage audiences. This dynamic has far-reaching implications, particularly in terms of cultural influence, as millions of followers and fans internalize the lifestyles, values, and aesthetics modeled by these public figures. The luxury and aspirational elements of the story further reinforce its cultural significance. Coverage of a £1 million superyacht and designer leisure wear does more than emphasize wealth. It situates the couple within a cultural imagination that celebrates aspiration, exclusivity, and the performative nature of success. In contemporary media, luxury consumption is intertwined with identity formation. Audiences not only admire celebrities, but also aspire to emulate their tastes, lifestyles, and experiences. The article's attention to visual details, Ashlyn sunbathing in a bikini, Bellingham's bucket hat and sunglasses, enhances this aspirational narrative, making the story both tangible and desirable for readers. At a broader societal level, the piece underscores the shifting dynamics of fame and public interest. In the past, professional achievements in sports might have sufficed to maintain an athlete's prominence. Today, however, celebrity status is multidimensional. Performance on the field, personal branding, romantic relationships, social media activity, and lifestyle visibility all contribute to a star's cultural footprint. Bellingham's story exemplifies this multidimensionality, illustrating how a young athlete must navigate public scrutiny in every aspect of life. The intertwining of personal and professional narratives creates both opportunities and challenges. While it enhances engagement, marketability, and fan loyalty, it also exposes the individual to intense criticism, invasive media attention, and the pressures of constant performance, not just in sports, but in life. Ethically, this type of coverage raises important questions about privacy, consent, and the responsibilities of media outlets. While the public's interest in celebrity life is undeniable, there exists a delicate balance between storytelling and intrusion. Bellingham and Castro's portrayal is largely positive and celebratory, but the repetitive emphasis on intimate moments, luxury, and romantic behavior reflects a subtle sensationalism that can intensify public scrutiny. This scrutiny can have tangible impacts on mental health.